And we're alive. This is so exciting. Yay.
Mm.
We're here. Yeah. So we are here to talk about Chicken Sisters. And I wasn't sure how we were going to pull this off because I just been coming back from my trip and things were just crazy. But I decided let's do something different. Let's recap it live, and because I just didn't have, I'm reviewing two plays today, so I just didn't have time to like edit it, and then I really wanted to get it out this week if at all possible, and obviously that meant today. So anyway, that's the long and short of it. That we're trying this live stream. So let us know what you think. Maybe you like it better. Who knows? Let us know what you think, and we'll have the chat room open and you can put in your comments and you can do a super chat if you so desire. That would really help the podcast a lot, and we can answer your questions as long as they are like somewhat movie or Hallmark or the show hopefully related. Then we can answer those super chat questions, so have that open and that would be really fun. But yeah, again, let us know what you think, and we're here to talk about Chicken Sisters Season 2, Episodes 4 and 5. And I wasn't able to get anything done before my trip, so that's why this is later in the week. But, it is what it is. And hopefully y'all still enjoy it. And I am film critic Rachel Wagner, and Caroline's here.
Hey,
How's it going?
pretty good, pretty good.
You having a nice weekend?
It's been pretty good so far.
Well, that's good. Yeah, do you feel like fall has really started?
It's like low 80s right now, so it feels
Oh,
like it's real nice in the mornings, but by the afternoon it gets kind of toasty.
it's still feeling like summer.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Yeah.
ready for fall. If that will probably be until like November, like late October, early November here.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly here, but getting this, at least I'm getting these allergies
Mm-hmm.
that we sometimes get here in the fall. They can be pretty bad. In spring, but then also in the fall. So, but yeah, I just got back from Toronto International Film Festival. Was there for 4 days total at the festival, and then 2 travel days. And I was able to see 16 movies. And tomorrow, over on my channel, my friends Monda and Elise are joining me, and we're going to do a recap of all of the films because Monda lives in Toronto, so she saw even more than me. And so that will be fun if you want to hear more about what I thought. And there were a couple romances at the festival, particularly one that the Hallmark fans will be interested in is one called Eternity, which is a lot of fun. It's about it's an afterlife story where so Elizabeth Olsen she passes away, and when she gets there, she finds out that her husband of like 60 years is there because he had passed away just a few months before she had passed away, but also her first love, who had died in war, so young and had only been married for a couple like a year. Anyway, he's also waiting for her, and she has to pick which one. So does she go with the love that was with her for all those years, or the first love that waited for her all this time, and that was like the unrealized kind of potential unlove? So anyway, it's a lot of fun and creative and clever and romantic, and so that's one that I think Hallmark fans will really enjoy. For It's called Eternity. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but anyway, keep an eye out for it. But anyway, we'll have more recaps of everything that we watched there, and so you want to check that out. Make sure you're following Rachel's reviews for all of that fun stuff. But we're here to talk about Chicken Sisters, and now we're like about halfway done, I think. I don't know how many episodes are in the whole season, but how are you feeling, Caroline, about this season as a whole? Are you there? Did I lose you?
Um,
Oh, there we go.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So
Okay, that's
how
so
are you?
weird.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about the season as a whole?
I think it's been a lot better than it was last year,
Yeah.
and I'm enjoying it.
You know what was so interesting to me is that when I was talking to Rakia, and you all should check out that interview. What was interesting to me is that she said that in her eyes that the that the first season was more comedic than the second season.
Interesting.
And I feel like it's the reverse. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
uh, that as a viewer, the first season had the total problems,
Yeah.
wasn't light enough, wasn't fun enough, wasn't. But then now season two is more humor, lighter, more likable characters, and isn't that interesting?
I think that's weird, but that's huh.
Yeah,
But I agree. Second season has been better
yeah,
for
definitely.
me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the first episode we're going to talk about, episode 4, is called "Let Your Hair Down, Y'all," and it's May's bachelorette party, and Amanda commits to giving her notoriously overplanning sister a night full of carefree fun and memory making.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think overall of this episode?
I thought it was a fun episode. I liked the bachelorette party, and I thought that was cute.
Yeah, yeah. I thought this one was pretty fun as well. You got to see a lot of growth from the different characters. You had the bachelor
Mm-hmm.
party that was enjoyable. Although, like, it starts out with this whole like making jam thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any reason why you would need to dump out the whole pot of
Well,
jam.
yeah, that's true.
That was wild,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Like, you can't burn. Like, if anything, I guess you could cook it to make it too thick. So maybe you left it on the stove too long. But
Mm-hmm.
that was like still liquid. It was like you can't. I
Mess
mean,
it
I
up.
guess you could. It's possible. I guess you could burn it, but um, like it boiling over, that is no
Mm-hmm.
problem. That is not a thing. Like that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't hurt the jam at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
I
what is she doing?
I never made jam before.
Oh, you've never made jam before, huh?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I mean, unless it's some weird way of making jam, you just the fruit and then you have some pectin. You could
Mm-hmm.
make it without pectin, but uh, you would need to, I think, cook it longer so it has more gets thicker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it's not like I'm like a jam expert or anything, but you have the pectin, the sugar, and then you just heat it up to um, you heat it up,
Mm-hmm.
just for a few minutes, and then I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, but
Super
like
simple.
it boiling over would cause absolutely no problem with the jam. Like
Yeah.
that, like her dumping out that jam, I was just like, what? That's yeah, yeah. I mean, jam is pretty easy to make. It's
Mm-hmm.
delicious. I love homemade jam, and I
Mm-hmm.
especially love homemade strawberry jam because not only is it delicious, but also I don't really like store-bought strawberry jam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like the clumps of strawberry.
Yeah.
Like when I make it at home, I can blend it, and I think
That's
that's
true.
much better.
Yeah, that is good.
So that was crazy. But anyway, there's supposedly like the that you have to get it just right, the right combination of sweet and sour and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't throw out your boiled jam. Don't do that. The other thing that's like wild about these episodes is the idea that there would need to be a petition for this trade arm thing is bonkers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
that is funny.
absolutely absurd. Like this is a public safety thing. Like it's wildly unsafe for individuals to be going up to a train tracks, active train tracks, and be putting up this arm, putting it down.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not safe to do. And so the idea that you would need a petition to make this happen is absurd,
Yeah, that is funny.
ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, it's what they decided to give Nancy some motivation for her character,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so we find out that Amanda's nickname for Sergio is Biscuit. How do we feel about that?
That was funny.
Yeah, I mean, did you buy for even a second that they were like just, I guess, like friends?
No.
No, yeah, of course
Mm-mm.
not. But I really resent the fact that they have how they've handled this relationship because it's just hard to get invested in it because it started so icky.
Yeah, that's true.
Wish they hadn't done that.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't needed.
No, it's hard to feel swoony about it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like at least he like showed some restraint here. They didn't have them like immediately end up
Mm-hmm.
together, but I don't know. It was just poor planning on their part, and they didn't need to. It's not in the book.
Yeah, that's what I heard people saying, that it didn't even make sense because it wasn't in the book. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is weird.
So we have Gus. She's feeling tired, and that she can't move the trade arm. Another reason why it's absurd, like the idea that I mean, what if people with real accessibility problems are they? What are they going to do about it? Like it's absurd.
That is true.
Yeah, ridiculous. And we have Clayton. He is making a big impact. He's really trying to impress May.
Mm-hmm.
He's paying for the wine for the wedding. And May says, "Is this what it feels like having wind at your back?
Oh,
Having support?" How do you feel about Clayton? Are you suspect of him, or do you feel like he's
I'm suspect.
yeah?
Cause, like, how can he be so nice? You know what I mean? Like, he's trying real hard.
It feels like he would have tried at least a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And that's your kid, you know?
Yeah, that you would try at least to I mean, to have some contact or
You don't
visitation
have
or
you don't have to
something.
have a relationship with the mother, with with Gus, to have a relationship with May.
Yeah, and I can understand when he was a teenager and controlled by his
Mm-hmm.
parents and things like that. And I can even understand feeling like, well, by the time he had grown up, then it was too late. But
Mm-hmm.
not to have like literally her have no idea who you are, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a spectrum here of so it is feeling a little I don't know
I, I
if I
hope it
trust.
ends well. I hope it ends well for them.
I hope so too. It probably will because it's Hallmark. But still, I'm not 100% trusting him.
Yeah, me too.
I agree. But like, what could be his ulterior motive? It's not like, I mean, she literally her house blew up. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
May doesn't even have a job. Like, it's not like, I mean, what could possibly be motivation aside from? It's not like there's some other kind of material motivation. So
Yeah, that's true.
you know,
I guess we will see.
yeah, we will see. But it does feel like, oh, May, you're falling real fast. You might want to
Mm-hmm.
protect yourself a little bit, but it'd be hard not to.
I agree. Yeah.
It'd be hard not to. So we have Frank Jr. He's pitching the new chicken. He says it's only costs 2 cents more per
Mm-hmm.
serving to make it right, to make it. And I mean, and this is obviously super shady because he is using the Chicken Sisters recipe
Mm-hmm.
and but on the other hand, it's not like it's patented. what is it?
True.
They have like secret spices or something. It was like the Colonel. And so I mean, I don't think that's really anything. I mean, I mean, how many different ways are there really to make fried
Fried
chicken?
chicken. Yeah. It's just not good morally to, you know,
Yeah, but I don't
steal
think
from
it's
your,
anything they could actually do,
yeah.
unless it's like a patented spices or some kind of like the original Kentucky Fried Chicken that was made basically using pressure cookers, and I don't know if they still
Mhm.
do it that way. I have no idea, but that was part of the innovation that made it really crispy. Was
Mhm.
so they not only had the what is it, 11 herbs and spices or something like that, the
Mhm.
Colonel's secret, which is still, I think it's still like in a vault. Like nobody,
Mhm.
like it's still a secret.
Yeah.
But so things like that are protected. Like you can't, steal things, or like the the code for like diet for the code for Coca-Cola or things like
Mhm.
that. Those are protected, but still not just like I'm cooking fried chicken like you did. Like that's not
Mhm. That's not a crime.
protected. But nevertheless, we're obviously supposed to hate him for
Yeah,
eating.
we do. Mhm.
Yeah. So we have Rihanna Fish shows up as
I was
Nikita.
surprised.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
surprised too. I did not guess that she would be showing up on this show.
Me either.
So she's there to try the chicken, but really she is Sergio's ex-wife.
Oh wow. Mhm.
And Amanda is extremely jealous
Mhm.
about this, of course. And she wants to hire Sergio for her like
Mhm.
restaurants.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean it's believable. I feel like that's a believable match.
Mhm.
Rhiannon and
I thought so.
it was fun to see her, in this role, and like Rhiannon and Hector, that makes sense. I can see them working in a
Yeah,
movie together.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, good pairing.
Yeah, yeah. So then we have a very sweet interaction between Jay and Gus. I
Mm-hmm.
liked this. This was nice, where he says he wants to know the May who May used to be. Because he's working on his vows,
Mm-hmm.
and that was sweet. I enjoyed that. I
Yeah, that
think
was.
that Jay is a very likable character.
I think so. I like him a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and that's nice. I mean, I don't know. Would you want to do individual vows, or would you want to keep it traditional? What do you think?
Traditional.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to worry about anything extra.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's fine choices, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do feel like it would be kind of a lot of pressure for that time.
Mm-hmm.
And like at least my sister before her wedding, she was pretty useless. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think she had like one job and she barely could do
Oh
uh,
no.
like it's just busy. It's a tough time. It's a stressful time, so yeah, I agree with you. Like adding more, I think that would be my choice.
Mhm.
I
And
would.
it's just sweet and tradition. So.
Yeah, yeah. It can be very very nice when people do that. But I liked this with Jay Gus. And did they say in the previous episode? I can't remember. Did they say what it is? Does she have MS?
Yes.
MS. Okay, yeah. So that should be interesting for you
Mhm. Mhm.
to look at, see how they portray it. So we get this bachelorette party, and she wants to have it be a sophisticated bachelorette, not a sophisticate party, not a bachelorette party. And
Mhm.
it did seem like kind of a snooze of a party.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like if you're gonna do that kind of party, you should probably have like a tea service and like make it a little more. It was too in between of
Mhm.
like a fun party and a fancy party. Like you need to go all out fun
Yeah,
time
agree.
party,
Agree.
you know.
Go
So
all
that,
in.
yeah. That's the problem. If you were gonna do it real fancy, you should have everybody with like hats on and make it then it's because then it's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But she shouldn't have been planning this. Why was she planning this?
Yeah, it needs to be the maid of honor or
Yeah, you don't plan your own bachelorette party.
agree.
Again, because I think you're kind of worthless for your wedding. So why would you want it? But the whole point is it's supposed to be your friends celebrating you and
Mm-hmm.
wishing you, goodwill and everything. So, but everyone's bored at the party. And we find out that May's, her idea of fun is coordinating to-do lists.
Mm-hmm. That was cute.
Yeah, which I do agree with. Like I live and breathe and die by my schedule, and
Mm-hmm.
I have people sometimes wonder like how do you get everything done that you do, and I do get a lot. I pride myself, getting a lot done, but really it's about what am I living life with purpose and making sure there's something happening almost every hour.
Mm-hmm.
And not in like a panicky, stressful kind of way. It's actually less stressful for me to be like, okay, what is happening this hour, and then what's happening next hour, and what's happening, and to just have things organized in that way is helpful for me. Other people that would not be helpful, but for me that is, and so yeah, I really I get that. I get the to-do list kind of thing, having things
Yeah.
organized. And if I'm just sort of winging it, then that's to me that's stressful. I'm like, you know,
Yeah. That's true.
that's why I don't do that many of like live streams and stuff like this because I like having some kind of like plan in order. And in this case, I
Mm-hmm.
do have notes and stuff, but just kind of winging it, I just find usually is more stressful than
Oh.
actually
Yeah.
having planned.
Oh.
I don't know. Are you a to-do list person?
It depends on the situation. Like
Yeah.
at the grocery store, I have to have a list, or I won't stay on target. But
Yeah.
like for daily stuff, it's just I do whatever.
Well, and I've said a long time that I think spontaneity is vastly overrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's just treated as this like great thing of he's spontaneous. No, that's
Mm-hmm.
not for me. But this is just a total aside. But so the last year or so, I've been a lot more budget conscious than I had been before,
Mm-hmm.
and in particular at the grocery store, I've been really trying to get like as much bang for my buck at the grocery store as I possibly can. I mean, how can you not these days with how expensive it is? But really paying attention to sales and things like that. And so I've started paying extra attention to my receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not kidding. Maybe half the time, the receipts I've checked out incorrectly. Like
Oh no.
I, I, I mean, I can't even imagine how much I've overpaid over the course of my life for groceries. And it makes sense when you think about it because, what do you get 50 items sometimes, things like that. You get a lot of items. And so it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense that, that some of them are going to scan in incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Just yesterday, I was at the grocery store and I got a buy one, get one free for English muffins.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was checking out, I was like, "Oh, that seems like a little more than I was expecting for my total."
Mm-hmm.
And but I was like, "Wow, maybe I just did it wrong." And so then I go and I look at my receipt, and I'm like, "They not only didn't do buy one get one free, they charged me $7, 6.99 for the additional English muffin."
Oh no.
That's a lot.
That
And
is
so
a
then I
lot.
went in and showed them, and I even took a picture of the where it said buy one, get one free. And I was like, and they gave me back this, 6.99. But if I hadn't checked that receipt, I would never I think that's a lot of money, seven
It is.
bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Daggone.
that's my advice to all of you is to start checking your receipts because I'm not kidding. It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an advertised sale and it doesn't show on the receipt, things like that. So anyway, that's my side, but that's my advice, is that make sure to check your receipts.
Yes.
But this everyone's bored at her party, her bachelorette party, and we also find out that May missed her prom because she was working at the restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sad. I also
Mm-hmm.
missed my prom, but I had a less. I mean, I don't know if it's less frivolous, but it's just my appendix. I was having my appendix taken out,
Oh no. That's a legit. Oh no.
so that's why I missed my prom. And then my family moved before my senior year of high school, so there was just the one chance. So yes, I don't know how I've had a happy life, because I somehow have
Oh.
survived into adulthood without having gone to prom.
Oh.
I mean, did you go to prom?
I did.
Yeah.
I
Do you have a
I
good
was
time?
I was a server for sophomore year, and then I went junior and senior year. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you went to 3 proms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I could just adopt one of your proms.
There you go. There you go. And I went to a small private school. I was the prom queen.
You were the prom queen. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you're royalty here.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you have a good chance of winning because you already got 2 guaranteed votes.
Yes. And one of my brothers was the prom king.
Oh, really?
Oh, they did this on purpose.
Ballots.
They did it on purpose.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
You put that on your college thing.
Mm-hmm.
Prom queen.
Mm-hmm. The picture of us dancing, we're like trying to not as touch, like we were singing as far as possible.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
So then May gets all upset. She's like, "You don't have to pretend you're having fun anymore. You all just leave." Like, oh wow, okay, drama queen. Yeah, I mean, so this is what she does, and then they come back and they surprise her with Bachelorette bingo,
That
which
was cute.
sounded like a lot of fun.
That did sound fun.
That's a good idea.
It is. I'll have to remember that next Bachelorette party I go to. I'll have to remember this.
I mean, I have no idea why they didn't just do this from the beginning. Why wasn't this just the plan?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and then we have Nancy talking to the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I wish you were going to be here to see the fruits of your labor, about the trade arm kind of thing. And so, she's feeling frustrated and about that. But that's the next episode that we get a little more. But I'm not sure why, again, this mission trip needs to be so long.
I know.
Like, why can't she just go on the mission trip for like a week?
And come back home? Yeah.
10 days?
She doesn't have to stay the whole time. She can go with him and then come home. Yeah.
I don't understand. But then we Amanda, when they're out at Bachelor Bingo, she sees Sergio and Rhiannon kiss. But not the second part, as all like eavesdropping kind of situations go. She doesn't see the second part where he leaves.
Yes, of course.
Upset. Also, she had sent him a text message. Well, she thought. So that she sends the text message saying, whatever you need to do with Nikita, you can do, and blah blah blah. So they supposedly sends this. And then Clayton sees Gus. Their song is played. Why don't we start making up for lost time? And then this is where they say about the jam. Got to be sweet and sour and simmer low and slow, which is none of that is true. For sweet and sour, that's true, but it does not need to simmer low and slow. That is not true for jam. You just need it to get it as hot as you just need to you just need to heat it, and then that's it. You don't
Mhm.
need to. I mean, I guess if you aren't using pectin, then you do need to cook it a little bit longer to get it, thick enough. But
Mhm.
but you don't really need. It's not like it needs. It's not like you're making, um, like marinara or something or like low and slow or barbecue or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then nothing sadder in this world than a biscuit without jam.
I agree with that though.
That's
So
accurate.
yeah.
So that is this episode. So it was pretty fun.
Mhm.
And then the second episode that we're talking about, episode 5, is called "No Trespassing, Y'all." Is the name.
The
And
y'alls at the end of all the episode titles,
yeah.
like it really makes my heart happy. So,
Well, I didn't even notice that if that was the case first season or if that's new. I'm not sure, but
I need to look.
yeah, Amanda and Frankie join forces to oust a pesky weasel that sneaks into their house as Amanda tries to teach her daughter that she can handle anything. So we
I
start
love
out
it.
that Amanda keeps having dreams about Frank Jr.
Mhm.
It's a sort of nightmare.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of his jobs was that he was supposed to kill this weasel that had been bothering them. And in Frank Jr.'s defense, I would wait, what? I don't know what I would do about killing a weasel like that.
Mhm.
That feels like a lot. Like I don't think that Frank Jr. is equipped to kill as manly as he is. I don't think he's probably equipped to kill a weasel.
No,
So
that was funny
I
though.
think you need to call in the professionals.
Agree.
That's the biggest lesson from this episode is that it doesn't matter if you're man, woman, like call the professionals.
Yes.
That will make you a lot happier in life. And the thing you have to be so careful about those kind of rodent animals is that they are they I don't know what the fancy term is, but they work on like they're on circles. They're circular,
Mhm.
and so if they get food, this is why you always want to bag up your trash or anything like that. Because if they find food, they will keep coming back to that spot over and over. You'll get in their circle, so they won't
Ah.
just go away. Especially like raccoons, or especially like that. Don't ever feed a raccoon, ever. You might think you're being nice, but it's bad because that's how they work. And
Mhm.
those kind of wild animals can be dangerous. And they're wild animals.
One one time we live out in the country and we're surrounded by woods and
Yeah.
we have 3 outside cats that they sleep in the garage and that's where they eat and my dad usually shuts the garage completely at night so the 3 cats are safe in the garage and somehow he left it cracked one night and he went inside to feed the cats the next morning and there was a raccoon in
Oh.
the garage eating the cat food and
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
the
Doesn't
3
surprise me.
cats were like hiding up in the
Oh.
um, I'm like, at
Yeah,
least they were safe.
because raccoons are big and they're wild and they can be quite mean. So just be careful. And like
He took care of it. My dad took care of the
your
raccoon.
dad, see,
Yeah,
he's better than
yeah,
Frank Jr.
yeah, yeah.
Your dad,
Call my dad.
your dad is better than Frank Jr.
He is.
um, so then we have May. She realizes she slept in her clothes. Like she's wild and crazy May now. She says,
Really
I don't have
sunlight.
to micromanage everything.
Hmm.
And so this is a whole new side of her.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, like that is one hard part about being an entrepreneur, being a freelancer as she would be. is that you kind of do have to micromanage everything. You
Mhm.
know, like in my world, if I don't do it, it doesn't happen. Like
Mhm.
there's no substitute to call in. Like, you know, if I didn't make this recap happen, it doesn't happen.
Mhm.
There's nobody
Mhm.
else.
Mhm.
And that's kind of the same with her. And I like that, and I think she likes that.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're starting, that works for me because I'm just one person. You know, like I'm fine. But when you are starting a marriage, like that's probably a good lesson to learn to not control everything.
That's true.
You know. So, but basically, it was funny when she ends up bringing the weasel into the house and
Yeah,
into her
her
closet.
closet.
That made me laugh.
I was laughing so hard,
Yeah.
and Frankie's reaction was so funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. So Dudley asked Frankie to prom, and
Mhm.
she's excited, but you know, she says, "I'm worried about it being her whole life going to prom." And then I think it's Nancy who says you have control over your life,
Mhm.
and so you know, she's basically says that she doesn't really feel excited about Dudley.
Oh,
You know, first love. But
yeah.
I'd probably wait till after prom to break up with
Yeah,
Dudley.
I would too.
You got a date at least. So then we have that Clayton. Went to Paris alone. Was a successful businessman, and you know that was, I guess, something that and so she's telling this, and then Amanda is jealous about this.
Mhm.
That, oh, you went and did all these things. And I don't know, like, would that appeal to you, like living abroad? Going, is that something
No,
you would like to do?
I would love to go visit, like,
Yeah,
different countries and stuff, but always come back home. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't wanna
I
live in
wouldn't
another
want to either.
country.
My sister is living in England, has for a
Oh,
long time.
well.
Her husband is from England, so of course it makes sense. But I, you know, that's worked out great for them. But I don't know. I have no, like, that's not interesting to me at all. I'm just like, even being in Canada for a week, I loved being in Canada, but I was so ready to be like, I want to be at home. I want to be back in the United
Yeah,
States.
I just love to travel, but the safety of home is,
Well, there's just like little things that you start to notice that are different. Even just, this is a little thing that I noticed in Canada is that, like, it's not that they are inaccessible for people with special needs. There are those things, but they're just not quite as easy as they are in the States, at least where we
oh,
were.
mhm,
Like, for example, in the big movie theater in Toronto, they had the main bathroom with like multiple stalls, was up like a huge flight of stairs, not even just like a few stairs, like a really steep flight of stairs. So somebody with like a cane or even, you know, some mobility would still struggle to get up that very,
oh, no.
yeah, very. And then the only other bathrooms that they had for this huge theater was they had a single single occupancy stall, whatever. And then they had two others at the way back. So again, another sort of accessibility. At the way back, they had two others with two stalls. So
Mhm,
this huge complex only had uh, barely any stalls that would be accessible for someone with a need. And I noticed that, like, there were so many places where it's like, oh wow, there's a lot of stairs here. There's a lot of
yeah, that is weird.
and so I don't know, just like little things like that, you start to notice that, like, oh, we're a little different the way we do
Mhm,
things,
mhm,
you know. The other thing that was so funny about the trip, and this doesn't have anything to do with accessibility, but it was just really funny, was so we went to this Mexican restaurant. It was the only restaurant we went to because we were just at the theater the whole time. And my friends and I, and I just like usually in America when you order at a Mexican restaurant, you order like a taco meal.
Mhm.
You'll get like the taco and then you'll get like some beans and rice or you know what I mean? Like they make it like
Mhm.
a meal.
Mhm.
This is literally one small taco.
Oh
Like
no.
they brought out the plate. And I mean, I guess I just didn't pay attention because I was just thinking, oh, it's like going to be tacos or whatever. And
Mhm.
it was just one tiny taco in the middle of this large plate. Like there was nothing. No, like nothing. I don't know why I just thought that was so funny.
That is. I was like, can I have some more, please?
Yeah, can you have some more? It's turning into Oliver Twist. It
Mhm.
was really funny. Like, wow. Just like one tiny taco. But let's see. I've lost my place here. But yeah, so he was in Paris, and Amanda was feeling jealous of that, and you got to grow up with my girl, so
Oh.
that was sweet.
Mhm.
And then she's feeling like, well, Sergio didn't respond to my text, so he must be like super happy with Nikita.
Mhm.
And then Frankie, yeah, she's worried about going to prom. And then we find out Frank Jr.'s chicken is good, so he knows the recipe and he can bake it. He knows.
That's true. Mhm.
Yeah. And I mean, I do.
I would be
There's a
I
few
would be
things.
surprised if he didn't know the recipe after growing up
Yeah.
with it.
There are a few things better than a really, really good plate of fried chicken.
Mhm.
That is delicious.
Now I want fried chicken
I know, me too.
at 11:45. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have, I forget who it was who said, do you think it's weird that he's making an effort now? Who says about Clayton? I forget who said that. But if it was Jay or I can't remember. But and
Mhm.
then May says, no, he sold his business. He's feeling lonely. And then May says, he's making the effort now. That's all I care about.
Uh-huh. That's true.
And Amanda says, we don't need a man to solve our problems.
Yes.
Which, fair enough. But like sometimes things are a lot easier when you got
Yeah. That's true.
you got somebody who can open that jar. It's nice.
Yeah. Or kill the rodents.
Yes, or as long as it's not a weasel.
Mhm.
So then we have Clayton and Gus. They actually go on like a little date.
Mhm. That was cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
I like seeing Gus happy.
Yeah, it's good. And he makes a big speech, and done with this being a secret romance.
Mhm.
Uh, and then they make the tunnel for the weasel. And that was hilarious.
Mhm. That was so funny.
Funny, but very clever. I wouldn't have thought of
That
that.
was. I know, me too. That was cute.
It was a good idea. Um, so then uh, Clayton asks May about walking her down the aisle,
Mhm.
which I feel like it makes the most sense to have her mom do it,
Yeah.
but and I'm sure that's where we're going. I would be
Me
shocked
too.
if
Yeah.
if that's not what happens, but
I mean, she's the one who raised you.
yeah, yeah. So then we have Frankie. Dudley doesn't give her butterflies, which I don't know if you should be
Oh.
feeling a lot of butterflies when you're like, what is she, 15, 16?
I think 16,
Yeah. Don't be feeling, I
17.
don't
Yeah.
want you to be feeling a lot of butterflies.
Yeah. Too young for
Less.
butterflies.
That's what I would say. Keep the butterflies to a minimum
Yeah.
until you,
Perfect. Stay with him forever.
yeah. That's what I would say. Yeah. Perfect high school boyfriend. No butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and, uh, and, and then we have Sergio is kind of upset about everything, and We have Nancy saying, "I don't want to be behind a man again."
Oh,
Uh, and we also have that Gus is just because Gus had moved on didn't mean May didn't need her daddy. Which, yeah, exactly. That's the point.
true.
Like it's one thing to be minimally involved, but for her to literally not even know who he is, that's like another level.
That is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like if it,
Mm-hmm.
at least obviously it wouldn't be ideal if he was just like a parent who sent presents on Christmas, but it would be better than not even knowing you exist.
I know.
So yeah, I think that's shady for sure. So then Frankie breaking up with Dudley. So I would not be surprised at all if she ends up going to prom with Lindsay.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Can you see that happening?
Yeah, I can see that happen. As soon as I saw them break up, I'm like, oh, Rachel's prediction at the beginning of the season is coming true.
Well, it wasn't that great of a predict. I mean, it wasn't that hard to predict, but we'll see. But I think that
I thought it would just happen like later on, not mid-season.
Even if it doesn't end up being romantic, which I think it seems to be heading that way, I think that's still going to be. I think she's going to go to prom with Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we have a cute scene with Jay saying he loves all the Mays.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. Very swoony, very sweet. Mm-hmm. And it was cute also. So Frankie so Nancy tells the pastor that she can't go on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she says. I don't want to be behind a man again. But then there was cute scene between Frankie and Nancy, like them consoling each other.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Breakups.
Mm-hmm.
That was cute. And we have Clayton. He's fixing Gus's burners. When I said I would take care of it, I meant it.
Mm-hmm.
No one has ever been able to hold a candle to you.
No.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Clayton.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, I guess the first season had 8 episodes. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case for the second season.
I think I saw on the Hallmark page. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it was 8 episodes.
Okay, it's on IMDb. It shows 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They even have all of the summaries for all 8 on IMDb.
Oh.
Yeah, so 8 episodes. So we're already over halfway through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and then, and turns out she didn't actually send the text.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I mean, I really think that we should not do a lot of relationship building over text message.
Agree.
That's kind of important. I feel like we should try to make that in person.
In person.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm mad at you because I'm bad at technology.
I get it.
And then she's putting, the whole time she's saying this, like, I suck at technology, but she's putting money in the lie jar.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. Yeah.
And so then we end the episode with Gus having an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the correct word for that?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you think that they portrayed that?
I think it was pretty realistic. Just, yeah.
So is it like sort of like a seizure kind of experience when that happened?
Like sometimes it depends on what's going on.
Your muscles like seizing up, kind of shaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes my muscles get a little too tight, but I don't have like seizures or anything. Sometimes like the MS hug, the banging gets real bad. Like, and it feels like, they basically said it feels like you're having a heart attack. Like your chest hurts that much. It just depends. Like,
yeah.
But sometimes like your muscles get so tense though that they just start spazzing out.
So let's see here. So episode 6 already aired last week. And then episode 7 is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have a recap next week.
Mm-hmm.
But it's A Woman Always Knows You All.
Mm-hmm.
When Gus needs help, Nancy begins to wonder if Clayton is ready to support her. Doubts also start to crowd May's mind about Clayton's presence in town. And
Uh-oh.
then, episode 7, a storm comes to town, and lead by Nancy's brave example, all of Merrimack bands together to help their friends, family, and neighbors.
Ooh.
So there we go. And then I think the finale is going to be a wedding. So I mean, the
Mhm.
title, episode 8, I do y'all.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Well, let us know what you think of these 2 episodes, and what do you think of everything that's been happening in the comment section or on Twitter. And sorry, we were a little behind in getting this to you, but it's just the way it worked. We did our best. So let us know what you think, and make sure you're following us on all the socials and following me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place. Like I said, we're going to have that recap of TIFF tomorrow on my channel, so make sure you're checking that out. And Caroline, how can people follow you?
On Twitter at Mina Caroline R and Instagram Hallmarkies Caroline 3.
Great. And if you are listening when this gets uploaded to iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. That is a free and really amazing way that you can help the podcast if you like what we're doing, is putting those 5-star reviews on iTunes and putting in a review, because that helps the algorithm to find the podcast more. And and if you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. And we would so appreciate that. The more likes and subscribes we have, the more the algorithm will find us, and the more it'll help the podcast. So really, really helps us a lot. Again, give us some feedback if you like this, if you like the live format. We'd really appreciate that. And check out the Patreon group. That's the biggest way you can give that extra added support, and you get bonuses. Like this month, we're doing our patron watch along. We're actually doing it with Jacqueline Collier, friend of the podcast. We're going to watch her recent movie Double Scoop for Hallmark together, and just hear about making it and all that fun stuff. So we do a patron event like that every month for patrons. We have bonus episodes. We have as much extra content as I could possibly get you. So check out the Patreon. Would really appreciate it. And then we have our merch store where we have tons of fun Hallmark inspired designs. So check that out. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.